The time is 5 o'clock on this Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, October 6, 2018. Good evening, everyone. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. 5 o'clock, 67 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news is Susan Senate confirms Kavanaugh to Supreme Court ending a clash with less than fallout. Kavanaugh has a vote to be confirmed to the Supreme Court after Collins mentioned commit. Twitter mocks millions Trump stuff in Egypt compares to Michael Jackson and Carmen Sandiego. A historic murder conviction of a Chicago cop and a city sigh of relief. Kyrie Irving featured with the Boston Celtics still questioned after commitment. Susan Collins said she didn't believe that Brett Kavanaugh was Ford's assailant. Crowd funded site crashes as visitors flock to support Susan Collins' future opponent. Brett Kavanaugh said Trump seized the uncoveration fight to energize voters in midterm gamble. Mississippi Governor condemns high school bans halftime so. Disaster-stricken Indonesia considers started mass graves. Mike Pompeo heads to North Korea with all expectations high pressure. Brazil will go to the polls amid a surge of the far right. Mattress firm. Bankruptcy shows Americans hate mattress shopping. Ford and automaker at a crossroads 6 cuts and partners. FDA bans use of 7 synthetic food additives after environmental groups sue. Teamsters Union approves of PS labor contract despite a 54% no vote. A fuel tanker collision in the Democratic Republican and Congo on Saturday killed more than 50 and injured 100. U.S.-Japan officials to work together on North Korea. Pope Francis offers further study of ex-Cardinal McCarrick. Banksy painted self-destructive for $1.4 million sale. 8 men that have been arrested in Malaysia suspected activities that threaten the National Security Police said. The U.S. Senate by a 50-way vote confirmed the Supreme Court nomination of Judge Brett Kavanaugh, President Trump's second nominee to the highest court. Officials probe 7F of Sen Wenton and mate. Mega Millions Powerball jackpot soar past $700 million. Pride Incorporated client arrested for assault. Students become real-life scientists at Weymouth Wildlife Center. Ford may have used a lobbying firm to prevent a scathing opinion piece about SpaceX and U.S. news outlets that stake billions of dollars in NASA contracts. NASA, Voyager 2 nearing interstellar space measures increase in cosmic rays. Neil Armstrong's private car elected up for auction. The masterman's dream of a long-haired hippie could help save the world's bees. Flu shot myths debunked. DARPA's virus-carrying bugs aren't officially wet, but it sure sounds like they could be. Vitamin D supplements don't improve bone health. Major study finds. Peter Shell News Time is 5:03 on this Saturday evening. 293 northbound 90 or exit 5. Motor vehicle accident. And Yarmouth, Massachusetts, 2 car. Motor vehicle accident, 1 car. And with police department and fire department on the scene. Checking 2. And now, looking at sports at 5:04. The 5 takeaways from Texas over Oklahoma 40-45. Kyle Lawson leads final practice is over and all plans. Yep, well, today is Saturday. As a crash course for Alex Court and Dana Lavangi. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the New York Yankees in game number 2 of the Eastern of the LDS. Okay, looking at some other scores around the Major Leagues. Houston and Cleveland, no score, and bottom and second in the ALDS. Game number 2. And take a look at how Wheaton College did. Red Sox gonna win, yes! Wheaton defeating Smith 2-1, and WBI leading Wheaton 1-0 at the first half with 14-11 left in his first half. Peter Channel News time, 5:05. It's time for a Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Baby! Let's start off on the MBTA where the subway, commuter rail, and the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, look at the highways and byways in New England in Rhode Island. 295 southbound side, slow around 126 and Protect 9 to Route 195 for Providence. 146 and both ends background, Route Sales Road, North Smithfield, Rhode Island, and 130 eastbound side, also Newport Stretch, James Side, Newport Meadow, and Scotland River Bridges are looking good out of the Cape. 28 at the northbound side, also around the Bourne Rotary. 120 at the southbound side, also between 130 and Sorton Norwest to Route 28 and Randolph. 95 northbound side, so 128 in Kansas. 7 Expressway, southbound side, so between Dorchester and Rain Tree, northbound side of the. Yes, are you from Dedham? 7 Expressway, northbound side, so between Quincy area to downtown Boston. And 93 northbound side, also around downtown Boston. Mass Pike eastbound side, so Newton Corner. 93 southbound side. Slow between Somerville and on Second Bridge and downtown Boston. 128 southbound side, so between Denver's all the way down to Linfield. 128 at northbound side, so between Linfield down to Peabody. 3 on the southbound side, so 128 out of Burlington. 93 southbound side, so the Bethune Stretch, and 213 westbound side, so the Bethune Stretch. Mass Pike interchange to 293.95 at all minutes out, little slow. And westbound, western Massachusetts, 91 at southbound side, so Northampton Stretch. 91 northbound side, so between Meriden all the way down to Berlin. Merritt Parkway eastbound side, it is looking good, except a little slow spot in the Stamford, Connecticut stretch. 95 at northbound side, so Bridgeport, Connecticut. 93 at both ends of downtown Boston. In Manchester, New Hampshire, it's a little slow. 89 northbound side, also Bow, New Hampshire. And 93 both ends about with Franklin, New Hampshire. And Interstates 878, 91 on southbound side, also after claiming the left New York, Vermont. And Route 15 55 northbound side, so in South Quebec towards Montreal. And Route 1 on southbound side, so Brunswick, Maine. Peter Channel News time, 5:07 on this Saturday evening, and it's time now for a weather report. Showers and storms down around Amsterdam, New York. And otherwise, some clouds going to much of western Connecticut, up in the Massachusetts, up in the Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and some rain showers up in upstate New York. And rain showers from much of Quebec and on northeastern Ontario, and liner showers and storms tonight from southern Michigan and Indiana. And another heavy band of showers and storms from western New York to down to central and northwestern portions of Pennsylvania, and down to southern Ohio. And rain showers northwestern and northwestern portions of Maine. Right now, it's in the upper 50s, the 60s, and southern New England is in the 50s, the low 60s, and northern New England 45 degrees, within Mount Washington, New Hampshire. As right now, it is an overcast in Norton, and we have. Now it drops to 66 degrees. For tonight, mostly clouds got about 34 degrees, south about 35 miles an hour for Sunday. Chance of showers may after 4 p.m. Mostly clouds about 36 degrees, south about 6 to 8 miles an hour, chance of 30%. Sunday night, a chance of showers being before 10 p.m. punch fog after midnight. Otherwise, mostly clouds about 55 degrees, northeast about 3 to 5 miles an hour, chance of 30%. New pitch amount less than 10 minutes into the possible for a cloud to stay. Chance of showers being before 10 a.m. punch fog before noon. Otherwise, mostly clouds about 61 degrees, northeast about 5 miles an hour, chance of 30%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible for Monday night. 8 slight chance of showers between 2 a.m. Mostly clouds about 55 degrees and chance of 20% for Tuesday. But Sunday mostly clouds about 76 about 62 degrees. For Wednesday mostly sunny about 81 degrees. Wednesday night chance of showers at 2 a.m. Clouds about 61 degrees and chance of 30%. For Thursday chance of showers mostly clouds about 71 about 38 degrees and chance of 50%. For Friday, parts of the most sun got about 67 about 47 degrees, and for Saturday, most suns got about 59 degrees, and that's going to be it for Peter Channel. 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, October 6th, 2018. Viewers, hope you have a good evening. Goodbye to the 11 o'clock from the airport. We have a good evening.